Hello guys, welcome back to Literal TV. It's the episode 15 recap for Big Brother 28, and what an episode that was. What an episode, we're finally back. This was the eviction episode we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for that blockbuster to come through. We've been waiting for them votes to come through. I'm very excited to recap this. Subscribe for a recap after every episode of Big Brother 28. So, what happened tonight? It was a good one. It was a very good episode. And obviously, your biases will probably impact who you root for, and so will mine. They'll impact who we want to see succeed, win a comp. So, if you're sad about the results now, I understand. I'm not happy with who left necessarily, but I think of the options that were on the block, it's fine. It's the option that was kind of preferable, I guess. But, yeah. Basically, we have our noms. We have Drew, Lyric, and Melody, and we get a lot of talks about what's the right thing to do. And finally, this week, the idea of keeping Drew comes up is a group. That was the plan this whole week, was get Drew out. On the feeds, this was very fun to keep up with. I haven't been watching feeds. I need to get on watching feeds. If we get a good head of household result tonight, I'm going to keep watching feeds, all right? That's my promise. But, yeah, so we end up with a talk about, should we keep Drew? And there's always been weird skepticism about Drew this season, but he is a player that is loyal to the vets, to the crossovers, to Barrett. Obviously, those are all in the crossovers, but that group could be a loyal group. And we also get a highlight on his relationship with Melody, which is kind of like a soft showmance. I feel like they're going to have to be a showmance at some point. They've got to come, right? They're so close, and it's a guy and a girl. He clearly likes her. We'll see. We shall see. But, we're heading into week 5, and they haven't done anything yet, which, hey, go slow burn. But yeah, they are having this talk, and they're like tearing up together. And I do like a strong duo relationship, as much as I love an individual player, and I love like a alliance with good chemistry. A duo is really enjoyable to watch. It's just a relationship that, seems so strong. You find one person in the house that you can care about, especially when it's that type of relationship, because they seem to have a very just good friendship. But necessarily, they weren't always working together. Now they kind of have to be like this duo. And I'm really hoping Melody Drew locks in. And I'm a Druther. I like Melody. Like, bring it on. I love it. So, anyway, there's a lot of talks, and the mention of a Drew blockbuster win isn't fully covered. Like, the idea of getting out Lyric is kind of talked about, but realistically, the main idea is we want to keep Drew. And it's kind of, a lot happened on the feeds today, which was the real big push. There was actually talks at one point, this is just a feeds thing, that people thought that, I'm just going to fix my feeds, that production told Dee to want to save Drew, because she went into the diary room and came out like, guys, come on, let's keep Drew. And it's like, guys, they might, who knows, maybe they push her somewhere. They didn't tell her. They don't tell people where to vote. Feeds were on Drew, Melody, and Mallory, and I just wanted to check in on that because I love that group. Yeah, so anyway, we have all these talks, and we actually have to head into the blockbuster, which is Paw Patrol themed. Yes, Paw Patrol themed. Hype me up. No, I honestly, I don't really care about this. I don't get why people are like, why are they putting Paw Patrol ad on my show? Why are they putting that ad on my show? Guys, they got a sponsor. They want to, there's more money for the show. Who cares? Guys, come on, grow up. It's hardly affected the comp. It's just the puzzle theming and a little trailer. Anyway, we get the Paw Patrol comp, and it's this puzzle. I did think this was a Drew comp. I thought it would be Drew, Melody, Lyric, but Lyric's a smart girl as well. This is a smart group. So we end up seeing this 3 battle it out, and at first it looked like Lyric is going to go in the lead, and then she's kind of mixed up on the second part, the top layer, which, to be honest, I was confused. I was like, guys, why is the puzzle only background? And then they started putting more on. But Drew ends up winning. I was so happy. Drew is my favourite in that house. I love the type of game he's playing. I think he's so likeable, and he's nowhere near Dan Giesling. He is nothing like Dan Giesling, but it's his energy, his vibe, the way he talks, his hair. He just looks like Dan Giesland for some reason to me. I don't know. I really like Drew. He's just the type of player that I really enjoy. He's trying to play that rat game. I mean, I loved Vince on last season, so it makes sense. But yeah, we end up getting Drew winning, which was great. And then we weren't sure as an audience where this was going to go because there were a lot of last minute talks. Is it going to be a melody vote or a lyric vote? Because that was the most vague option going into feed cuts. It seemed like Drew was staying no matter what. And votes start coming in, and I believe it was Taylor. That was the first vote that was interesting, because Barrett voted for lyric, which lined up with what we knew, but Taylor votes lyric, and we weren't sure if Taylor was going to vote lyric. It seemed like it was definitely going to be a 6-5 at the end of feeds, but it could have changed after that, 6 on lyric to go. But it ends up being an 8-3 with only Yash, Chuck, and Camu not voting to evict lyric. And that red corner, and obviously Yash, who is in a weird spot right now. But they're the three. And we move into the vote to evict, where we end up having that vote announced. And I kind of felt bad for Lyric. She was caught in the crossfire here, but I was glad that she left because of the red corner. And Haley's face was so mad. She was like, I don't even hate Haley. I think Haley's a fun person to root against. And that's what I was doing. But yeah, Camu as well. He's like, these people, they are good villains because they're so stern and serious. But that works with this cast. If you're gonna cast people that aren't funny, cast people like Camu and Haley. Don't give me, like, I don't even know, just someone boring. Also, we have Mallory as well, who's in the middle of these two people, the Littles. The Littles is split up tonight. But I do like Mallory. Mallory is just a likable presence, a very likable presence that I do really like. I really understand why people like Mallory. And I would love if like Mallory, Melody, and Drew all lock in as a 3 and can just like run through the game. But the vet, I really like Rick Devens. And on this season he's fine, but I really am Team Drew this season. Like, I really am. I'm firmly Team Drew. And that's tough. But I mean, hey, Devens has his Diamond Power VO. He's going to be fine. And yeah. So, we leave that. People are very confused. I think there's only 3 votes, though, to evict Melody. You can't be bluffing votes that much when they're like, the vets are all going to be like, yeah, what happened? Guys, they know you didn't all vote that way. There's like 1 vote that's arguable, and that's Yash's. But yeah, so I'm excited. I was watching feeds, but they've been cut right now. It's the Big Brother logo. So, wall comp tonight. I will not be like talking about the wall comp on here because the wall comp hasn't happened, but I'm very excited for the wall comp. Hopefully we get a good winner. I love a live head household on feeds because competitions, I do not care about watching competitions that I already know the result for. I love a blockbuster. Live comps on Big Brother are so exhilarating. And I don't care about like head of household that I already know the result for, especially a trivia comp. Trivia comps should never not be live because I don't want to see Camu like narrate his strategy in a trivia comp. I don't need to know that. It's like, so my strategy is I'm going to remember the answer. Like, obviously, that's everyone's strategy. It's a trivia comp. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more recaps. Literal TV's own live reality show coming out this Saturday, episode 4. Watch that. Tune in. It's going to be fun. There's a crazy moment in there. All right, goodbye.